that feel?
That's massive, clearly, and when you look at the results as well, we needed to win to make sure we stayed in third. Said to all the players before the game and all my build up to the game about the level of performance that's required to come here and win. History tells you it's a real difficult place for a Hibs team to come. 2018 was the last time we came here and won in the league, so the level of performance required, I definitely got that for every player today, and I'm delighted for the players because they fully deserve it.
16 unbeaten in the league now, does that feel like one of the more significant ones out of that run?
Yeah, I think it's, every time you come to the end of the game, every game seems to be the most important one, and it's going to be that way moving forward. Every win, every point we can get between now and the end of the season is going to be vital. But obviously coming here, the magnitude of the game and the level of performance required, it makes it feel extra special.
In terms of the players' belief, David, the 15 unbeaten has been brilliant. As you say, coming here, getting that result, can that just shoot that up again?
Yeah, it's something that's been growing all the time. I think we take a little bit of that as well from even during the difficult times. I think back to the last time we came here earlier on in the season. It was a really good performance that day as well. I know we lost the game, but it was we took a lot from that. The players experienced coming to, some of them for the first time coming to Ibrox, and what that feels like. 50,000 supporters, the intensity that Rangers can put you under at times, and we certainly felt that at times today as well. I thought the start of the game was huge, and by getting the first goal really helped, and then it gives you that sort of foothold in the game. But then Rangers are always going to push at that point, and we had to suffer a little bit without the ball, but credit to the players again, the shape, the discipline, the desire to keep that clean sheet. And I know Rangers had a lot of the ball, but I thought we were always going to carry a threat on transition with the players we've got. So again, I'm just delighted for the players because it's a real collective effort from everyone involved.
Did you make mention to the players that if you could frustrate Rangers early, that the crowd might be able to turn to your advantage?
Yeah, I think that's something that, when I even think, I spoke about it before the game, coming to Easter Road, teams would try and do that. You want to try and quieten the home crowd, of course, and then us coming here, if Rangers get the wind in their sails, it can be a real intimidating place to come and play, and I think it can also go against them as well if you can get a foothold in the game. So the start was always going to be key, and I thought the players showed, even before we scored, settled into the game really quickly, showed a lot of composure on the ball, and then once you get the goal, obviously it changes slightly because Rangers are always going to start pushing and be a little bit more aggressive, but as I say to a man, I thought the shape, the discipline within it, and then that hard work and effort that has to go along with that was there for everyone to see.
How quickly did you know the second goal was onside?
Well, we've got the benefit of the screen at the side of the pitch. I never really trust that either until you see it after, because there's always, you see it and you go, that looks miles onside, they draw the lines and you go, oh, he's actually onside, so you never actually know until you're seeing the camera that they use. But the bench behind me was pretty confident that they actually thought he was just about in his own half, so it was closer than initially. When you see somebody like Boyle running, he's so quick, and somebody going the other way, they can look miles offside. So I always turn around to the amount of times he was offside in the first half and say, was he off? Because sometimes it looks clear cut, but we all know the speed of the game now, the speed of the players, it can always be a lot closer. So I was pretty confident once I had a second look at it that it was onside.
Is that as comfortable as confident you felt at Ibrox like as a player and a manager?
I don't think I've ever said it was comfortable, to be honest. I think one thing I would say is I thought the players shown a level of confidence and belief in themselves, and you've seen that today coming here. There wasn't a period in the game where I felt that we were under severe pressure. I thought there was moments within it where we had to suffer, definitely, but I thought the discipline, as I've just said there, and the shape within that, and then the composure when we did turn the ball over to then keep it and then break on them, was something that needed to be there, because if you keep giving the ball back to Rangers, it becomes a really long afternoon, and then you're heavily reliant on your goalkeeper at times. And all in all, I think it was a display that I think we deserved the points in the end, which was great.
Is it understanding at the back just getting better and better?
It is, but I think the key to it all is it starts right from the top all the way through, but it's on the training pitch, the togetherness from everyone doing it every single day. But also, when I think back to where we were at the start of the season, where we are now, you know what it's like yourself, when you're feeling really confident in yourself and your beliefs there, you do things a lot quicker, you make less mistakes, or even if you do make a mistake, your teammates there to pick it up, and maybe you don't get quite as punished when everything's going well for you. And I think we're really benefiting from that just now, that players are playing with a real bit of desire and confidence in themselves and making good decisions.
Martin Boyle and the form he's in just now, have you guys done anything sort of behind the scenes to get him in the positions to be scoring the rate he's at, but also sort of the work rate and the endeavour he's showing sort of in other areas?
I think he's someone that obviously he's been at Hibs for a long time now. The goals he scored, he's always been a constant threat at this level for a number of years now, and I think this season I've made him sort of give him a little bit more of responsibility in terms of that leadership role with the captain's armband at times. when Joe's not playing, and I think he's massively benefiting from that, leading by example, showing why he's been so successful at this level. And it's not just every day, it's not just on the pitch here, it's every day in training as well. You know, his work ethic, the way he trains, and we're definitely benefiting from that just now. And you know, he's chasing his own wee personal target. He wants to try and get 100 goals for Hibs. So if you've got that little bit between your teeth, and he's got that little mindset of trying to better himself all the time, every time I put the board up and his number comes up, I can see him looking at me as if to say, why you take me off? But no, he's someone that's playing full of confidence as well, and fully running, which is brilliant.
Excellent. Thanks everyone.
Cheers, David.
Thanks.